had been in London for months, and still they had no temple, nor even a place where they could live and worship together. Mostly, they had been visiting Hindu families, holding kirtana and sharing prasadam. Srila Prabhupada had encouraged this, but after hearing a few reports, he decided the program was stagnant. The devotees should not expect much from the Hindus. He said they have become hodgepodge due to so many years of subjugation by foreigners and have lost their own culture. I am concerned to preach this gospel amongst the Europeans and Americans. The devotees were jolted, but they knew Prabhupada was right, determined to change their tactics. They immediately began lecturing at colleges and universities and chanting in the streets. They were preaching to the British, and it felt right when they wrote to Prabhupada that although they had accomplished little, they were planting seeds. Prabhupada replied. It's a quote. Regarding your analogy of showing Krishna consciousness seeds, I may inform you that there is a Bengali proverb, Sobure moa phale. This means that fruits like chestnuts and pomegranates or similar other valuable fruits and nuts take some time to be fructified. So any good thing comes into our possession after hard struggle and endeavor. So Krishna consciousness is the greatest of all good fruits. We must therefore have necessary endurance and enthusiasm to get the result. We shall never be disappointed when things are presented in reversed order. Anyway, your honest labor is now coming to be fructified. Always depend upon Krishna and go on working with enthusiasm, patience, and conviction. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita ki Jai. Krishna, just I am. Now we'll start our Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayat Srinatang Shakatha Krishna Punna Sravana Kirtanaha हृदयन्तस्थ हि अभद्राणि विधुनति सुहृत्सतं नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवय भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टके मुखं करोति वाचलं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीगुरुदीनतारणं हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. We'll read from the chapter 3, Canto 5, and verse number 16 and 17. Though it is prose verse, so please forgive me if my tone and my pronunciation is not correct. Okay. Text 16. Hope it is visible. Stuck. Scroll up. Sri Shuka Uvacha Iti nigadenobhishtuaman Bhagavan unimishari shabha Varshadhar obhivadito bhibandita Charana sadayam idam. I am going to next verse. So this is 16 and 17. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Aho bata aham rishaya Bhavadibhi abhitatha girvihi वरम अशुलभम अभिजाचितः जत अमुष्य आत्मज मया सदृश भूयात् इति मम अहम एव अभिरूप कैवलात् अथापि ब्रह्मवाद न मृषा भवितुम् अर्हति ममैव हि मुखम जत द्विज देवकुलम. Hare Krishna. If you want to read, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I am trying.
Yeah, thank you,
Sri
Prabhu.
Shuko Vacha Iti Nigodena Mano Bhagavano Nimisha Sarshavo Varshadhara Vivadita Vinandita Charana Sadayam Ida Maho.
Thank you, Prabhu. Next.
Verse 17. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Aho Vataham Rishayo Bhagavad Vir Avita Thagir বরম অসুলভম অভয়াচিত যদ অমস্য আত্মজ ময়া সদৃশ ভয়াদিতি মমাহম এবাবিরূপঃ কৈবল্যাদ অথাপি ব্রহ্মবাদো ন মৃষা ভবিতুম অর্হতি মমৈব হি মুখম যদ্দ্বিজ দেবকুলম. হরে কৃষ্ণ.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Go ahead. Thank you.
Shri Shuko Uvacha Iti Nigodena Amano Bhagavan Animishar Shabo Varsho Dhara Vibadita Vibondito Charanoho Sadayamidamaho. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Aho Bataham Rishayo Bhavadbhirabhitath Girvir Baram Ashulabham Abhiyachito Yad Amushhatmajo Maya Sadrisha Bhuyat Iti Mamaham Eva Pirupaho Koivalad Athapi Brahmavado Namrisha Bhuvitam Arhati Mamaivahi Mukham Yat Dvija Deva Kulam.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Anyone to read the slokas anymore?
Hare Krishna Mataji Danvatana.
Dandavat Pranam, Mataji. Go ahead.
Shri Sukhvacha Iti Nigdenabhistuyamano Bhagavan Anni Mishrabho Varsho Varshadharabhivadita Vivandita Charana Sadhyam Idam Aha. Take 17. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Aho Bataham Rishyo Bhavadibhirabhitatah Giribhiravaram Asulabham Abhiyachito Yat Amushyatmajo Maya Drisho Bhuyat Iti Mamaham Evabhirupaha Kaivalyadatha Yathapi Brahmavado Namrisha Bhavitum Arhati Mamaivahi Mukham Yat Dvija Devakulam. Thank you.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, someone would like to read the synonyms of text 16.
Okay, Mataji. May I?
Yeah.
Shri Sukhvacha, Shri Sukdev Goswami said, Iti does Nigdena, by praise in prose, Abhistu Yamanaha, being worshipped, Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Animishaha Rishibha, the chief of all the demigods, Varshadhar, by King Nabhi, the emperor of Bharatvarsh, Abhivadita, worshipped, Abhivanditaha, were bowed down to, Charanaha, whose feet, Sadyam, kindly, Idam, this, Aha, said. Thank you, Mataji.
Mataji, translation would like to read someone.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
The translation by Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Shukadev Goswami said, the priests who were then worshipped by King Nabhi, the emperor of Bharatvarsha, offered prayers in prose. Generally, they were in poetry and bowed down at the Lord's lotus feet. The Lord of Lords, the ruler of the demigods, was very pleased with them, and he began to speak as follows.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Anyone would like to read the synonyms of text 17?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Aho, alas, Bata, certainly, I am pleased. Aham, I, Rishayo, O great sages, Bhavadvi, by you, Abhitartha Girbihi, whose words are all true, Baram, for a benediction, Ashulabham, very difficult to achieve, Obhiyachitaha, have been requested, yet that, Amusha, the king Nabi, of King Nabi, Atmaja, O son, Maya Shadrisha, like me, Bhuyat, there may be, Iti, thus, Mama, my, Aham, I, Eva, only, Obhirupaha, equal, Koibalyat, because of being without a second, Othapi, nevertheless, Brahmavada, the words spoken by exalted Brahmanas, no, not, Mrisha, false, Bhovitum, to become, or Hati, out, Mama, my, Eva, certainly he, because, Mukham, mouth, Yat, that, Dvija Deva Kulam, the class of pure Brahmanas. Hare
Thank
Krishna
you.
Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Would like to read translation? Anyone, please? Vibhuti, go ahead.
Mataji, may I?
Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Supreme Personality of God replied, O great sages, I am certainly very pleased with your prayers. You are all truthful. You have prayed for the benediction of a son like me for King Nabhi, but this is very difficult to obtain. Since I am the Supreme Person without a second, and since no one is equal to me, another personality like me is not possible to find. In any case, because you are all qualified Brahmanas, your vibration should not prove untrue. I consider the Brahmanas who are well qualified with Brahminical qualities to be as good as my own mouth. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Anyone
Hare
would like to
Krishna.
read the purport?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I am reading it.
Yeah, Prabhu, go ahead.
The word Abhitatha Girvi means Dev whose spoken vibrations cannot be nullified. The Brahmanas, Dija, the twice born, are given a chance by the Shastric regulations to become almost as powerful as the Supreme Lord. Whenever a Brahmana speaks, cannot be nullified or changed in any circumstance. According to the Vedic injunctions, a Brahmana is the mouth of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, in all rituals, a Brahmana is offered a food, Brahmana Bhojana, because when a Brahmana eats, it is considered that Supreme Lord himself eats. Similarly, whenever a Brahmana speaks, cannot be changed. It must act. The learned sages who were priests at Maharaja Navi's sacrifice were not only Brahmanas, but were so qualified that they were like demigods, or God himself. If these were not the case, how could they invite Lord Vishnu to come to the sacrificial arena? God is one, and God doesn't belong to this or that religion. In Kali Yuga, different religious sects consider their gods to be different from the God of others. But this is not possible. That is not possible. God is one, and he is appreciated according to different angles of vision. In this verse, the word Koivalat means the God has no competitor. There is only one God. In the Shetashvara Upanishad, as it is said, Natat Shamas Chabhyadhikascha Drishyate. No one is found to be equal to him or greater than him. That is the definition of God. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Hare Krishna. That nice purport of Srila Prabhupada always. Okay, before the discussion, I would like to take the blessings of Guru from Guru and Gauranga. Om Agyanantimirang Dhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chuksurumimatan Tadma Sri Gurave Namaha. জয় শ্রীকৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ শ্রী অদ্বৈত গদাধর শিবাসাদি গৌর ভক্তবৃন্দ নমো বিষ্ণুপদায় কৃষ্ণ পৃষ্ঠায় ভূতলে শ্রীমতী ভক্তিচারু স্বামী নীতি নামিনী স্নিগ্ধ চেত শুভ্রটেত বাগ্মিনাম চ রসপ্রতম প্রভুপাদ গত প্রাণা নমামি ভক্তিচারু পদম নমো বিষ্ণুপদায় কৃষ্ণ পৃষ্ঠায় ভূতলে শ্রীমতী ভক্তি বেদান্ত স্বামী নীতি নামিনী নমস্তে সরস্বতী দেবে গৌরবাণী প্রচারিণী নির্বিশেষ শূন্যবাদী পাশ্চাত্য দেশতারিণী वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गौर भक्तवृंद की जय Hare Krishna. I am seeking your blessings again. Whatever I can speak of these verses should be related. Thank you very much. Just I'm sharing that today's verse. So that entitles of this chapter's name is Rishabdev's Appearance. So 5.3.16 and 5.3.17, it's missed at 5.3.17. Just recap, though all devotees are describing about that past, so I also telling about that for my remembrance and to go ahead with the flow. This chapter that describes about that Navi Maharaj, that first son of Agnidhra. And that fourth canto, we found that Maitra Muni describes the dynasty of Swayambhu Manu, and actually started from third canto, that Mother Devahuti, then Akuti, then Prasuti, and fourth canto describes lineage of Utthanpad Maharaj. And that fifth canto, that first chapter, we found that activities of Priyabrata Maharaj. He was a renowned saint, but Lord Brahma and Manu advised to take charge to rule the kingdom, and he ruled the universe for 11,000 million years. His contribution of universal of geography quite immense, means huge. Made the 7 ditches of Bhumandala, which became 7 oceans and 7 islands in the Bhumandala. 7 sons are the ruler of 7 islands. Like first son, Agnidhra became ruler of Jambudipa, and second son, Idambhuja, ruler of Palakshadip. Actually, Jambudip is in between and middle most island. That gave to his son Agnidhra, first son. And this is Jambudipa is having 9 verses. And that Agnidhara's 9 sons, they have got that 9 words. And the first son, that King Navi, those who will be discussing today, that first son of Agnidhara became ruler of the Bharatvarsha. That that second chapter, the description about that activities of Agnidhra, ruled just like his father, protect the citizens like his own son in Jambudipa, and he desired a son and did the austerity in Mandra Hill. And Rishabdev's appearance in this womb of Merudevi and King Navi, that's chapter 3 that we are reading now. And text 1, we found that how worshipping to Lord for getting is sound like Lord. First text, and text 2 and 3 from this chapter, we found that Lord appeared before him not due to his sacrifices, but because of his devotional service, appeared with his beautiful form. Text 4 to 15, we found that prayers offered by priests in prose, that they are doing sacrifice, they are the Brahmanas. And 16 to 20, the verses will, that Lord giving the benediction to King Navi. Actually, Navi Maharaj has desired to sound like Supreme Personality of Godhead, as good as God, as Lord. So having desired to have a son, they both worshipped Lord Vishnu, means Jagna Purusham, with 7 transcendental means all paraphernalia, all places so pure. And Lord appeared 4 arms form with beautiful form, and Brahmana glorifying to him. It's that means desire. He was having the glorious desires, though it is material desire that we found from Srila Prabhupada's purport. Very much not appreciated, which we found from that earlier purports from Srila Prabhupada. Some people have to increase the prestige of being connected to great personalities. Father, because think I will be father like Supreme Personality of Godhead. This kind of desire of that having own perspective, actually material, some kind of material desires. So also Srila Prabhupada writes in 10 canto, 3rd chapter, describes the birth of Lord Krishna. He is also appears son of Vasudeva and Devaki, then earlier Sutapa, Prishni, then Kashyap, Aditi. They all have does the sacrifice, all they do the did that austerity to get Lord as a like son. And so Krishna is also appeared as a son as Prishnigarbha, then Krishna, then Vasudev. We are seeing about that. So Nabi Maharaj and Meru Devi has done sacrifice, who desire to get Supreme Personality God as their son. So this actually, whatever their desire, their devotees' performance or sacrificing, doing the austerities to get son like Lord. This means point is, someone is having material desire to get a son like Lord. This desires does not exist for long time. Means sakam desire changes to akam desire. All sakami transferred become a pure devotee by Lord's mercy. Means Lord actually changes their hearts. I will go through some verses. It's very nice. We know some verses also. So when one comes to contact with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all changes and became pure devotee. Here Navi Maharaj, worshipping the Lord to get a son, it's a material desire. But when you are sincerely doing the devotional service, heart changes. Like Dhruva Maharaj we found in the Canto 4. He got darshan with the 6 months and his mind totally changed. Dhruva Maharaj started his tapasya with material desire, with very anger, with mood was very, means mode of passion. But because of his abhideya, means the process, his heart is transformed. Within 6 months, that Lord appeared in front of him and Lord and told ruler of this kingdom and rule for 36,000 years. So we all are seeing all these things. Also, Dhruva Maharaj was regretting. He was telling, I am desiring from broken pieces of glass instead of diamond. He understands. Same way the devotees understands. Also, we have seen in chapter 3 that this canto, that Agnidhara started sun for material desires, started doing austerity in Mandara Hill. And chapter 4, we are seeing that Nabi Maharaj also doing some prayer for the sun, like Lord will be as a son. So Navi's affection for Vatsalya rose and became a pure devotee will find this so transformation in their minds and heart. That sloka, it tells so nicely show that Bhagavatam 2:3-10. Akama sharva kamo bhya moksya kamo udaridiha tibrena bhakti yogena jajate purusham param. That whoever, a person who has border intelligence, whether he be full of all material desires, without any material desire, or desiring liberation, must be all means worship the supreme whole, the personality of Godhead. Means must by all means, whoever, Gani, Kurmi, and Bhakta, whoever, the worship should be the, all means should be the worship the supreme whole, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Also, next, I will go to the next slok. This is also very nice. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling to Sanatan Goswami, অন্য কামে যদি করে কৃষ্ণের ভজন মাগিতেহ কৃষ্ণ তারে দেন সচরণ. Means if those who desire for material enjoyment or merging into the existence of the absolute truth engage in the Lord's transcendental loving service, they will immediately attain shelter at Krishna's lotus feet. Although they did not ask for it, Krishna is therefore very merciful. Again, next slok, which this is 37 to 41 slok that he is telling to Sanatan Goswami. Krishna kahe ama bhaje mage vishayashu umrit chhari bish mage ei boro murkh. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, or Krishna says, if one engages in my transcendental loving service, but at the same time wants the opulence of material enjoyment, he is very, very foolish. Indeed, he is just like a person who gives up ambrisha to drink poison. Then after sloka, it's very also nice. He's telling 22:39, আমি বিজ্ঞ এই মূর্খে বিষয় কেনে দিব সচরণামৃত দিয়া বিষয় ভুলাইব আমি বিজ্ঞ এই মূর্খে বিষয় কেনে দিব Shacharanamrito diya bishaya bhulaibo. Means he's telling, I am so intelligent. Why should I give this full material prosperity? Instead, I shall induce him to take the nectar of the shelter of my lotus feet and make him forget illusory material enjoyment. Also, the yesterday's class that Devabrita Swami Maharaj was telling, giving the example of the child who is eating the mud, how parents taking away the mud and giving the sweet, and child is gradually understanding. This is the wonderful of devotional service, wonderful process and process of transformation. It may take some times, but it will change. So it surely means Sakam Bhakta will be one day the Akam Bhakta. And next, also very nice sloka that Kamo lagi Krishna bhaje pai Krishna rashe Kamo chari das hoite hoy obhilashe. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, Bhagavan is telling. That bhakti does not see any qualification actually. When someone engages in Lord Krishna's devotional service for the satisfaction of the senses and instead acquires a taste for serving Krishna, he gives up his material desires and willingly offers himself as an eternal servant of Krishna. Kam chhadi das hoite hoy obhilase. He will give up his material desire and he will come to my lotus feet. So that's why bhakti does not see any qualification, any desires for any who's karmi, gani, okami belongs to bhakti, whatever background of any person's. If the perform bhakti, he will be dear to Lord. If someone material desires worship the Lord, he fulfills such a way, and a Lord will take away the desire to enjoy the Lord. And Lord will fulfill desires in such a way. He will play some trick. They don't have taste any material desires. Like, we can give the example of Gulab Jamun. I was listening the Gauranga Darshan Prabhu's lecture. He was telling, if you would like to eat the Gulab Jamun, but before Gulab Jamun, if you have so many nice things, if you have eaten, so there is no space to eat the Gulab Jamun. Same way, the Lord will do the trick. Lord will give you the all opulences. So you will be a good devotee, pure devotee. And that means abhideo, the process should be the pakka. So that devotional service, sincerely, if we do the devotional service, that transform, it will happen by the Lord's mercy. And material desire will be a spiritual desire. It will change. And that in purport, also Srila Prabhupada is telling, Supreme Personality Godhead is one. But I am the Asmamaro. Also, we found that how Dhruva Maharaj had changed, how Mrigari, he changed his desire, how he became a Shuddha Bhakta. And also we found how that prostitute came to Haridas Thakur and how he changes her mind, her intention to pollute Vaishnava, Haridas Thakur. But she is purified by the Vaishnava and became Vaishnavi because of chanting the holy name, associating with devotees. And that way her mind has changed, her heart has changed. So in this way, our heart is transformed, heart is changed from Sakam to Akam Bhakta. And also Krishna is Bhakta Vatsal. So coming to Nabhi Maharaj, that specific case here, that he performed the sacrifices to get a son, and also that we found that Dhruva Maharaj, but Nabhi Maharaj was a pure devotee. His background was, he was not cruel like that Brigari. And even the Dhruva Maharaj is performing so many austerities, and also that here Nabhi Maharaj is doing that so many austerities with that so many pure ingredients, with that means Abhideva is pure. They are sacrificing very sincerely. So that way Nabhi Maharaj, he wants his son always like Supreme Personality Godhead. One way is mercy of Lord, means first thing is your sincerity. The second thing is that mercy of Lord. I want this kind of son only Lord will bestow him. Actually, that Lord has great affection for Nabi Maharaj. He came back of Garuda, Garuda, and he was very curious to see what is happening here. Nabi Maharaj's love and affection to Lord, and Lord has also love and devotion towards Nabi Maharaj. Hence, he has arrived there to bestow mercy to Nabi Maharaj because he is Bhakta Vatsal. And also we found that other sages, Maitra Muni, Atreya Muni, he was also he was doing austerity. He was doing austerity for 100 years, and he was also his austerity was also pakka. And also, actually, his understanding of Lord Krishna is different. And that's why he was that meditating for Jagadishwar. So when he was meditating, so 3 deities came. The Lord Shiva came, Lord Vishnu came, Lord Brahma came. So he was telling, why you have 3 are here? And they told, oh, you have called to us all together, and we are all 3 Jagadishwar. Brahma is Srishtikarta, Shiva is Laikarta, Vishnu is Sthitikarta. So 3 are qualitative incarnation of Lord. So all we are here. So, and the Vishnu and Dattaryo means that Datta means giving. Giving means I am giving to you, means Atriya to Muni. That's why that name is Dattaryo. But there may be some tinge of material desires, lacking understanding, but performed bhakti properly, sincerely, it will change, transformation of consciousness happen. So first is bhakti, then Lord will reciprocate on their desires. But however, if offensive, Lord did not bestow his mercy. We found that Canto 6, that for Daksha performed austerities, Lord came, but he did not give the mercy. Also, we found that Duryodhan, also he came in front of the Duryodhan, but intention is not correct. That's why he did not bestow, and he is also offensive to Draupadi, to Pandavas. And thus, that Nabi Maharaj, in the purport, we found that Lord is Asma Rudho. No one is equal or no one is superior to me. Became impressed of Nabi Maharaj. Lord is became to be son of Nabi Maharaj. Your words should not prove untrue. Abhitata girvihi. So this Lord is telling to the priests, you have prayed for King Nabi to have son like me, but I am the supreme person without a second. In any case, because you are all qualified Brahman, as good as my own mouth. Your word should not prove untrue, should prove true. So this is Abhitata Girvihi, means, therefore I shall personally appear in my planetary portion. Speaking thus, Lord disappeared. So Krishna is Bhakta Vatsal, and his kindness is unfathomable. So next is saying, the purport also it's written, the Brahmanas considered to the mouth of the Lord, even in the translation in the 17th text. When I speak, when I eat, when Brahmana eats and speaks. So I eat and speak through the Brahmana's mouth. And so Lord eats from sacrificial fire more than that through Brahmana's mouth. That we found the one reference from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2:5, and text is 37. This mouth is meant for speaking and eating. The intelligent class in society, therefore, must speak on behalf of the body. An intelligent class is Brahmana, as well as accept foodstuff to satisfy the hunger of the body. The hunger of the Lord is to accept the fruits of sacrifice. To speak for the Supreme Lord means to glorify the Lord by means of propagating the knowledge of the Lord as it is. That also lecture that Srila Prabhupada is giving in Vrindavan from 1 to 27, and it's 1972. that we found this from the picture also, all Brahmanas are sitting and Lord Krishna is eating and distributing his remnants. Also, they are, so when they are telling it is very tasty, he is taking their food, who is touching their mouth. So it's all happening, and we are getting the all knowledges from the Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srila Prabhupada is giving the lecture. He's telling the Brahmanas are the face of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, according to our Vedic civilization, whenever there is any ceremony, the Brahmanas are sumptuously fed, because Brahmanas are considered to be the mouth of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The business of mouth is to speak and to eat. The Brahmana's business is to speak Vedic knowledge, distribute Vedic knowledge as it is. So just like, Amrish Maharaj used to do, Sabai Manha Krishna Padarabindar Vachamsi Vaikuntha Guna Anubaranam. The Brahmana's business is to speak about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just like Krishna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is speaking about himself, because the purpose of Vedas to understand Krishna, we used to see that Vedas to Sarve Ahomedo Veddoi 15:15 Bhagavad Gita. If you become a very great scholar in Vedas, but you don't know the Krishna, it is useless, because Vedas means knowledge and Vedanta means ultimate end of knowledge. So you have to know the Krishna, you have to do the devotional service to Krishna. When Brahman speaks, as well as Lord, when they eat, the Lord eats. So sacrificial fires in his mouth, Lord eats through the mouth of Brahmana, eats from sacrificial fire. Lord speaks through mouth of Brahmana, means output and input both. Whenever Brahmana speaks, they speak. Only those words that are sanctioned by the Lord. Not they can speak any like their own. No, it will be from the Lord. So devotees are fed. Lord releases the food specially. That's why we do, when someone, we call that pure devotees also with so many Vaishnavas to feed, because Lord will satisfied when we service to his devotees and his devotees and his devotees like this way. So that's why Brahmana considered to mouth of Brahmana is considered to mouth of Lord. Then we found that now which Brahmana? It's all Brahmanas is like the mouth of Lord? No. Sorry. So must be qualified Brahmana. It's not should be born as a Brahmana. That also Krishna has told Chatur Varna Maya Srishtam. It's not according to by birth. Guna karma should be look for the quality, and how from that his modes. Best Brahman is Vaishnava. We found those who are qualified that Vaishnava, they are the best Brahmana. So that Brahmana business will not only will be the Patan, Jajan, Dana, Pratigraha. A Brahmana must be learned, and he must make others learn. But a Brahmana without bhakti is like Chandala. And I'm giving you some reference to the beautiful slokas that Prahalad Maharaj telling 796. That qualities of Brahmana. That qualities of Brahmana is who is possessing the wealth, the 12 qualities of Brahmana there. Manne, Dhana, Vijana, Rupa, Tapo, Sutoy, Ajas, Teja, Prabhavo, Bala, Purusha, Buddhi, Yoga. This is 12 qualities of Brahmana. That should be possesses wealth, an aristocratic family, beauty, austerity, education, sensory expertise, luster, influence, physical strength, diligence, intelligence, and mystic yogic power. But that all qualification, but all these qualification, one cannot satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead always if you are not satisfying the Lord, or only one can satisfy the Lord simply by devotional service. That Gajendra, we have seen how he satisfied this, and that's way Lord was satisfied with him and he came. And also, we found that it's telling that Narodhanaya hi bhavanti parasya pumsa. Qualification is love to Lord. Bhaktya tutosha bhagavan gaja yutha payo. Bhakti and devotion to Lord. This is the main qualification. If we pray with our heart sincerely, and he will come and he will bestow the mercy to all of us. Even elephant, we found Gajendra, he prayed, and even Jatayu, the Ravana, that Ram's time, Ramayana, how he served. So we also Hanuman, that Sugriva, all they are serving. So they don't see that which caste, which creed. So that Lord did not see the qualification, qualities, only the devotional service to Lord, the love to God. And we found that that 5:18:12. Jasossi bhaktir bhagavati akinchana sarver gunas tatra samasyate surah haroi abhaktasya kuto mahat guna mano rathe nashoti dhavato vahi. So all the demigods and their exalted qualities such as religion, knowledge, and renunciation become manifest in the body of one who has developed an alloyed devotion for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva. On the other hand, a person devoid of devotional service and engaged in material activities has no good qualities. So especially emphasizing those who have qualities to love to Lord and to show your love to Lord by devotional service. And even if he is adept at the practice of any mystic yoga, sorry, or the honest endeavor or maintaining his family and relatives, he must be driven by his own mental speculations and must engage in the service of the Lord's external energy. So how can there be any good qualities in such a man? It's telling. So one is having unalloyed devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Or another beautiful sloka, 7:19, that Prahlad Maharaj is telling. If a Brahman has all 12 of the Brahmanical qualification, but Padarabindo Vinukhat so Pocham, means if you don't have the qualification to love the Lord, who is a dog eater and who is dedicating everything, it's the different. And if a Brahman has all 12 of the Brahmanical qualification, but it is not a devotee and is averse to the lotus feet of the Lord, he is certainly lower than a devotee who is a dog eater, sapacham. But who has dedicated everything, means mind, words, activities, wealth, and life to the Supreme Lord. So the devotee is better than such a Brahmana, because the devotee can purify his whole family, whereas the so-called Brahmana in a position of false prestige cannot purify even himself. So this is that is telling us bhakti is so important. And how we found that in other way, how the Brahmana get the knowledge. This about telling about the Brahmana. So this Brahmana, from where they get the knowledge, they have some sources. So we will find some sources that that eternal sources will find. That is the next slides. That how it is coming, that knowledge transmission is coming from the Krishna. Transcendental teaching are transparently transmitted from here. This is the nice sloka from find 12, 13, 19. It's telling that Brahma, at first, he is giving the knowledge to Brahma. This knowledge we found in the Tene Brahma Hridaya, first 1:1:1, that Bhagavatam. And here also telling Brahma spoke. At first, Krishna has given to knowledge to Brahma, then Brahma spoke it to the sage Narada, and who narrated to Krishna, the Ipayana Vyasa, and then Srila Vyasa revealed the Bhagavatam to the greatest sages. Then Sukdev Goswami to Sukdev Goswami, then Sukdev Goswami to Merciful spoke to the Maharaj Parikshit, then Sutta Goswami to Naimisharana. It's that way, it's coming, that knowledge from Krishna to the Vaishnavas to Brahmana. Even Kunti Maharaj is also telling, I'm telling to that. Next sloka. This actually Krishna, who is giving the transcendental, his teaching are transparently transmitted through parampara. And such a person is qualified, Brahman will tell who is taking that, who is in this parampara. And they are that Brahmana, that Vaishnava, they are representing the parampara Krishna and in royal order, not like skipping and not like jumping. They are in the Guru Shishya parampara. And this is the greatest quality is bhakti, not by birth, but qualification through qualities. And then also Kunti Maharaj is telling that 1:8:26. Same with that about the qualification. My lord, your lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted, one who is on the path of progress, trying to improve himself with a respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, and bodily beauty cannot approach you with sincere feeling. Something in material qualification is temporary. Some people having good qualities, we found sometimes, we used to tell, oh, that avakta, non-devotee, they are so humble, they are so gentle, they did not even, they don't have any angry. That's why we, the sloka, jasasya bhakti, bhagavati akinchana, sarver gunastatra, samsara sucha, hare avaktasya kuto mahadguna, manorathasena, dhabata vahi. So we sometimes see, we also used to sometimes discuss that non-devotees see better than the good devotees. This quality may be with the mode of goodness. Still, devotional service does not come along with the mode of goodness, but does not have bhakti, who will lose the good qualities. That we can give the one example. The good student is going to hostel. He is having mode of goodness. But when he is mixing with some abhaktas, but those who are the passion, those who are the ignorance, his mode of goodness become changes. But one devotee, when he is mixing with the Vaishnavas, those who are mode of goodness, above mode of goodness, his performance is changed. He became a he possesses good qualities. So all good qualities of Vaishnavas and Brahmana is Krishnaika Smaranam, because they always remember the Krishna. Just like, that the zero is having value if we put the one in front of. Like so many engines are, so many bogies are having no value without engine. So same way we can compare with that. So if you have no knowledge, if you are not in devotee, if you are not doing Krishna Swaranam, you will not possess the good qualities. So here also we found that the priest of that sacrifice arena, they are feel little bit embarrassed because they are telling we are so, this is so insignificant because we desiring for his son. It's a material desire. Sorry for this is disturbing you. They have gratitude, they have tolerance, they are humble. This is their permanent prayer. And they always used to tell, we should aspire for chant the holy name. We should read the Srimad Bhagavatam, Shar Vaishnavas, and with the gratitude. So glories will surely come. Unless we do the bhakti with Krishna, we do not admit with hospital of Krishna. We have that Bhakti Vedanta hospital. We found how in the morning Mangalarati, everything is going on same. If we don't give us to give to Krishna's hospital, if we don't we don't give to our church to his hand, so we will not be treated. So many difficulties will be here. But we should never give up the bhakti. Strictly, we have to stick to his lotus feet, and Krishna will take care. Avashya Raksibe Krishna. We have to always remember. Charge of ourselves, hands of Krishna. Krishna will trick us surely. We went through the all slokas. Unless we are treated by Krishna, our material desire will not purify it. He will make us fit to associate with him. It's actually up to him how he will take care of us. So it depends upon him. Only what we have to do bhakti, or that process is given by Srila Prabhupada in our ISKCON. And the foremost quality is the greatest quality is the bhakti. That Mukunda Malastotra, we found that very nice sloka. Chittam naiva nivartate shanamapi Sri Krishna padam bhujan Nindantu priya bandhava gurujana Grinhantu munchantu va Durvadam purighosayantu manuja Vamshe kalankastu bha Tadrik premo dhara nuraga madhuna Mattaya manam tumi. My mind cannot turn from Shri Krishna's lotus feet even for a moment. So let my dear ones and other relatives criticize me. My superiors accept or reject me as the common people spread evil gossip about me, and my family's reputation be sullied for a madman like me. It is honor enough to feel this flood of love of Godhead, which brings such sweet emotions to attraction for my Lord. This is very beautiful sloka. We can take that how a devotee never deviated from bhakti. We can take the example of Sri Prahlad Maharaj. So we found that how Prahlad Maharaj is criticized from his all relatives. Nindandu Priya Bandhavo. That relatives is criticizing, even Gurujana criticizing. And we found his father Hiranyakashipu wants to kill him. So many times punished his father. And Durvadam gossip about Prahlad Maharaj, that Sanda Markanda, his guru, and this is applied by his father. And people are gossiping about him that Prahlad Maharaj, he has gone mad, he's crazy, he's dancing in the street, selling the books. And he's Kalanka in our dynasty, Bangsha Kalanka. Bad name to our dynasty because they are that Demon's dynasty. They are Hari Vidyasi, that's why they are telling. But Prahlad took shelter of Lord Vishnu. So actually, one is actually tasting the nectar, honey of love and affection direct from Krishna, experiencing love, affection of Krishna directly. All criticism, all blasphemy, ill reputation does not matter. That's the nature of a devotee. So today I discussed the points, that transformation of hearts by Lord's mercy, and how Krishna is Bhakta Vatsal, and Brahmana is the mouth of the Lord. And we should know who is real Brahman. By the qualities we will know, and quality is that the bhakti, and best Vaishnava is the best Brahmana. Thank you all. This is my realization. And Jai Srila Prabhupada, if you have any questions and realization, you can share.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavad Pranam, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for the very nice class today and giving exactly all the points that is given in the two slokas, particularly about the position of the Lord. The Lord's position is such that no one is equal to him, nor no one is above him. That is the quality of the Lord. And in Bhagavad Gita 7.7, Lord Krishna has himself told that Matta Paratarang Nannat Kinchidosti Dhananja. So no one is superior to the Lord. We must know that. Unless we know that Lord is the supreme, sometimes we get confused. And that's why whenever we try to get something in the material world, everybody is normally in a distressed condition. And sometimes that's why some people tries to improve their economic condition by, they also go to the Lord. But those who are distressed, they are normally there are 4 types of people who go to the Lord. Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana shakriti narjana arto jikashurortate jnani chovaradarshavo. So all these 4 types of people go, but The most distressed people in the first, they often go there because they are in distress. So their position is very precarious. They go to the Lord to get relief from the distress. As against the and as against that, those are authority. They have their position not as bad, but they want to improve their position. So that way, the distressed person is the most needy person to go to the Lord. But when they go to the Lord, they normally go for material things. But the Lord is so kind that although He gives him the material thing, what he desires, but he always checks in whether it is beneficial for him. That is the quality of the Lord, because he is the most knowledgeable person. He understands what is the best for him, and he accordingly gives him. Unlike the demigods, they often give it without consideration, as Shiva, Lord Shiva has done so many things. We know all of them. But the Lord only gives him what is best for him. And ultimately, if a person remains a devotee of the Lord, when he gets it, he becomes a devotee of the Lord. In most cases, Prabhupada, in various examples, has told that purifies the heart of the person so that ultimately he gets a pure devotion. You have given the example of Prahlad Maharaj, and he asked for a material empire greater than his father, his grandfather, great-grandfather, and he got it. The Lord has the ability to give that. No one else other than the Lord has the ability to do that. So Lord has given him, but at the same time purified him. That's why this verse is very important that you have also recited as Okamo Sarvokamo Ba Mokshakamo Udaradi Tivrena Bhukti Yogena Yajeta Purushoparam in 2.3.10 and Srimad Bhagavatam. It says that whatever one needs it, he should approach the Supreme Lord, because the Supreme Lord will ultimate beneficiary, and he gives the ultimate benefit. And that is the love of Godhead, that we can get it only by approaching the Lord. And in this way, we can be freed from all the contamination of this material world. And that is the beauty of approaching the Lord by a devotee. And that's my realization. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. You added some points about that Bhagavad Gita 7.7. Yeah, all are related. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Thank you for unpacking this verse. So many points here. But what I like is that the Lord is to the mouth of the devotees. And then the Lord says that he only accepts devotees who are very qualified. And it's just amazing. He says, because you are all qualified Brahmanas, your vibration should not be untrue. I consider Brahmanas to be, who are well qualified with Brahmani qualities, to be as good as my own mouth. So when there's a pure Brahmana, the Lord says, as good as my own. And then he says, the vibration of the pure Brahmana never go in waste. The Lord is so merciful. If somebody become very qualified Brahmana, the Lord obliges himself to do the words spoken by the Brahmana. So you very well mentioned the qualities of the Brahmana. And so we are all striving to come to that level. Thank you, Mother. You so many nice points. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Yeah, always Lord is having trick. First he is telling, I am Asma Mundo. I cannot come. I am the one. But next time he's telling, I am Bhakta Vatsala. I will come. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Now we can finish. It's already time. Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhuvacha patitanam
Vaishnavebhyo namo namo.
Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, all glories to assemble devotees. Vancha
Grace Mataji ki jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you all. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.